Hello, I'm Degori and welcome to episode 36 of our playthrough of Crusader Kings 3. So, last time we got involved in the Holy War for, I guess, this duchy down here, which is part of the Kingdom of Asturias. And we got our butts kicked a couple of times, let's be honest. Our AI allies, the rest of the people in the Crusade, are not really grouping together into anything coherent to defeat the enemy armies up here. Although they do look like they're moving this way, so we may hang out and see if we can't join up with them. At the very least, I think I'm going to split off my siege units again and probably send them out this way, away from the armies. Try and keep an eye on them this time so they don't get completely destroyed, but I'm not entirely sure that's going to happen. But if we can at least get a couple of siege armies out here to start sieging stuff out. I mean, we are technically still winning the war. Why am I attacking Bavaria? I thought I declined this war. Apparently not. Well, that was a mistake. Alright, well, this is slightly more important at the moment, or at least more... what's the word I'm looking for? Productive for us. So we'll continue with this. I'm actually going to have you guys stop here for a minute. Oh, we're not leading the army anymore. I guess we'll have our marshal do it. He does have reckless, which is a little bit bad. Do we actually have somebody else who we could put in charge? Doesn't appear like it. Why can I not do it? I'm at an activity already. I think I'm at a feast, or just finishing a feast. That's fine. We'll split off the siege units like I talked about. That should be enough for that, and then we'll send you down here. Maybe we can at least get you out of the war. Do the same with these guys. And I guess we'll send them way over here. So that still leaves us with 10,000 troops over here. See if our allies want to help out with this. We do have this faction again, although it'll take them 20 months. Hopefully we can finish this before they pop, even though they haven't, like the last 4 times they've had an opportunity. So I'm not entirely sure what the plan is there. We could call a hunt, but actually I think for right now we're probably better off leading our army, because we do have the best advantage of any of our commanders. See if we can't get the AI to follow us up here, which would be nice. I mean, we definitely have more than... Ooh, maybe not. You may want to go down here and save our siege units. I at least noticed them this time, which is better than I normally do. Oh no, they won. Never mind. You guys do look like you're headed up here, so we may want to join in on this. You guys actually don't appear to be trying to get in on any of this. If I try and ambush one of these guys, will you come with me? Maybe? We'll see. We'll try it. Doesn't look like it. Although we are apparently already locked, so hopefully somebody jumps in on this. Guys? Anybody? Come on, guys. Feel free. No, you're all gonna run away. Oh, that's unfortunate. Like, there's more... Well, there would have been more than enough people here to get involved in this if they had actually, like, grouped up, but... apparently it is not to be. My marshal, Duke Bernard, has been showing off a promising new recruit. He may not be as as noble stock as you, my liege, but on my name I swear that Hug Joffrey is someone you would want on your side. He's got Holy Warrior. He's only got 11 prowess, but yeah, sure, he can serve me. That's fine. So once again, my armies have been completely smashed. That does make the faction a little bit stronger. Yep, I know, there's a faction. The AI is still squandering its advantage by running around in circles. We have completed a siege, though. So I think we'll actually move down here and start sieging out more in Iberia, since there's not a whole lot else we can do at the moment with our army running away with its tail between its legs. I'm not entirely sure where they're all going, but we're going to move down here and hang out with our siege units for now. I mean, they're running after and chasing after these little stacks, which is fine, but there are more than enough of our troops here to actually take these armies if they'd actually do something. Gormlaith comes of age. I am proud to see my daughter is no longer a child, but is an adult. So she ended up with astute intellectual, which is good. Third tier education. This is to the Prince of the Byzantine Empire, yep. We want to keep that alliance, so we'll let them get married even though it won't be of my dynasty. That'll be alright. We want another siege. Took some more prisoners. I think we'll actually move over here, and I think you will too. We'll send you up that way. We can ransom quite a few people, but I think we'll hold off. I don't know if they're worth any war score at the moment. How is this going? Are we still... We are still first, which is better than nothing. But unless they actually, like, come together and do something about this army up here, I don't know that it's going to make a difference. Where are you going? You know, I actually want you to come over here if you can. We're actually going to split some guys off of this army and see if they can't help out here and make a difference so that those guys don't die. My cousin Maresnich has accused my vassal Mayor Ale of having copulated with his lover Gormlaith. Such things cannot be accepted outside of marriage. Isn't that... Well, she's of my dynasty, but not related to me? That's fine. So, God's gonna judge them. And probably not in a nice way. Yeah, see, these guys are gonna beat the crap out of these armies again while everybody else just kind of stands around. My wife is pregnant again. I'm being raided. I mean, unfortunately, I'm kind of far away from doing anything about that at the moment. Okay, these guys did survive. Good. I need to take this large stack here. Try and split them in half so that they're not being as horribly attritioned. There's plenty of room there and there. So we'll move you guys over there and just let you sit around. Yep, and now they're just throwing guys around away, joining in piecemeal, which is always a good thing. There's some kind of weird error there because this is actually going up. Hostilities will end in negative 363,000 days and climbing. Something went wrong there that shouldn't have. But for now, we're just going to keep on sieging over here and hope that we can make something of this, even though the armies are getting completely obliterated up here. I mean, it would be one thing if at least it were close and they were suffering a lot of losses, but they're not, because, you know, they're picking off groups that are, you know, a tenth their size. So they're not really losing a whole lot of troops in the meantime. Although they are going to start taking a lot of attrition here at some point. I mean, they still have 14,000 guys there. They are... A lot of them are undersupplied. Not like starving. Well, this one is actually suffering attrition because they're starving. But there's only 166 guys in there. It's hardly the largest of groups. Barthélemy has converted another county to the Irish culture, so let's continue that. We'll go with Kent, I guess. Just kind of work our way around. About to finish both of these sieges. I'm not going to worry about Alto Aragon up here. I think we're going to move south just to try and keep everybody together. You are over the supply limit here. That is unfortunate. What's the supply like down here? It's actually less, which means we're going to have to split these guys up even more if we want them to not suffer attrition. That's fine. We're going to move you there and you to this mosque. We're going to split you guys in half and send you there. And then when this siege is done, we'll kind of move them together. We inherited a barony. I'm not entirely sure why. That's fine. We're going to grant to a low noble just to get rid of it. Winning more sieges, taking more prisoners. I don't think any of them are really worth any war score, so I don't know that it's really helping. Although we are going to beat up these guys, that's good. Some more war score, less troops for them. So we're going to send you down here. The supply is horrible over here. Not too bad there, not great, but it should be enough to keep them supplied at least. Lots of people to ransom. I think we're gonna wait on that. My wife has given birth to another son. May you grow to be strong and wise. However, we are going to immediately disinherit you. Sorry about that, but only need one emperor. Now, where are you guys headed? Are you coming this way, or are you just trying to chase people down? I think you're just chasing people down, and I'm not too worried about that. As long as you're not headed this way to beat up on my armies some more, I don't really care. Although, a lot of you are starving and suffering attrition, and a lot of these guys are not. Which means they're going to fight a lot worse. They may be able to actually start doing some damage over there and letting us keep sieging out stuff down here, which seems like a much better plan than just letting them beat up on us. Were you guys actually gonna do something, or are you just trying to siege out more stuff? Nope, you're just sieging out more stuff for no reason. Excuse me? I guess he died, leaving Asturias to be claimed by the holiest warrior. Okay. I'm not entirely sure what that was about. We are still ranked first, so that's a thing. Finished the siege, good. I guess we'll move further in. Move you there, and what's the supply like here? Yep, we can supply our troops there. Lovely. If only you guys would do something about this. Although they are suffering a lot of attrition, and luckily the AI, our allies, are not. Well, some of them are. But they're in small enough groups that it's not too bad. Anything new? Oh, we can designate a guardian. I had seen that earlier and forgotten about it. So you are focused on stewardship. Do we have a halfway decent steward? No, although you are intelligent, which is one of the better traits to have when you're educating somebody, so we're just going to let you do it. No need to convert culture or anything. So they are splitting up. The question is, where are they going? Are they coming down here? Nope, they're just trying to de-siege stuff over there. Fair enough. We're sieging stuff down here in response. Killer in our midst. The smell hits me before the door is opened. A heavy and meaty odor that permeates the area. It is the stench of the newly dead. Another murder, my lord. Mata wipes her bloody hands on an apron as she stands up after looking over the body. We must stop this senseless killer. I will scour the castle for this murderer, bury the body and forget this travesty, or... As my court physician, you should study the bodies. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that forensic investigation isn't really a thing yet, but you see if you can figure it out. I mean, maybe they used some kind of fancy knife that has distinguishing characteristics. I don't know. It's the best I could come up with. Might be a thing, though. A lot of these guys are suffering attrition quite quickly. Actually, at this point, they may have less troops in this main army than I can group together all at once over here, which is a good thing. The faction still can't do a whole lot. Do not have... No, you can get... I guess you can't really get supply there right now. More people attacking into me, that's good. Get us some more score back. Although they weren't part of that, they were somebody attacking maybe this guy? Yeah, he's in a couple of wars, so... more people joining wars, fine. Yeah, almost every single army here is now taking quite a bit of attrition. Meanwhile, my guys are not. So we're gonna have you move to there. You've got plenty of supply there. I think you'll just stay down here where you can get supply. That siege is taking them a long time and costing them a lot of manpower. Good. Lovely. We can declare 26 other wars that I'm not too worried about. One of the things we could do to cause some problems down here is all of these prisoners. We can force them to convert. And I think we will. It'll make, well, it won't really make taking this back easier, but it'll cause some problems for the AI. At the very least. Or do we just want the money? Maybe we will just take the money. Let's just mass ransom everybody. See what we can get out of that. Yep, you guys are going to convert. Some of you are going to pay money. Either way. We still have more? We do. So let's see what you guys are willing to give. Fair amount. Are you guys actually... Oh, they are actually beating up on some of these guys. Good. There we go. Took them a while, but they finally got there. These guys look like they're going to get stepped on. That helps a lot. Most of their armies have been completely crushed. There we go. Victorious Crusade. St. George has granted Queen Gormlaith victory in the Crusade for Asturias after defeating Malik Giselko and his heathen warriors on several occasions. Our warriors forced the enemies of the faith to admit their ignominious defeat. With the occupied lands firmly under the leadership of a pious Catholic ruler, we can rest assured that the divine will of St. George has been enacted. This is a glorious day for all true followers of the cross. St. George is with us. So, you are now the queen. The King of Ireland is going to inherit it after you. We got 2,000, we got 476 gold, 825 piety, and 3,200 prestige. Catholicism's fervor went down. Mawaldism's fervor went up. Good times. So, I mean, with the establishment of a proper Catholic queen in Asturias, the faithful can finally rest easy knowing that St. George is smiling upon our good works. The fact that the new ruler of Asturias belongs to my dynasty is only further proof of our divine favor. It's time to focus back on my realm because we don't want to play as her. She did take a fair chunk more than I expected her to, so that's good. Gormlaith was rewarded for her contribution, yep. Patrick was rewarded for his family's contribution. Patrick was rewarded again. Somebody hired the Holy Order. We are still involved in another war that I thought I had declined, but apparently not. So let's just kind of wander our troops. Where are you guys? You're all going to go to sea, huh? I mean, that is kind of a lot of money. So can we just go by land? Like, is that too much to ask? Thank you. And then we'll just shift click you over here so you guys don't waste all of my money. That's not what I meant to do, but okay. We'll rework that as we get closer. Do still have a couple people who can be ransomed, and we'll take care of that now. Low county control. Do we want to worry about that? I don't think we really do. Probably should, but how bad is the control? Oh, it's 78. That's hardly bad. We can now get strategist as our lifestyle perk. Diplomacy and martial goes up. More enemy casualties, and we no longer get water crossing penalties. Sounds like a good time. I think next we'll work our way down the overseer path. How's our culture going? Yep, we've only got 2 things left. That'll be done in 12 years and about 25 years. So, more than likely within this character's lifetime. Still planning on kind of ending this when we do adopt feudalism. Don't see a whole lot of point in continuing after that. You need a guardian. You have a stewardship education. I thought we did this already, unless my other daughter also has a stewardship education. She does. Okay, never mind. Nothing major going on there. Most of our troops have ended up on the mainland. So I think we'll just send them... I mean, we could just send them straight for the capital. Sure, why not? Apparently somebody is still going to go by sea. But, it's 10 gold. That's not the end of the world. And then we still have Upper Burgundy to deal with. At which point we will control pretty much all of the Empire of Francia. If not all of it. I'm not entirely sure. Murders at court. Murdered successor. I stare down at the lifeless body of my uncle Count Selleck and feel dizzy. Surely it is my blood that is coating the floor beneath him, for none of it is reaching my brain. I crouch beside him, cupping a cold cheek in my hand. His eyes are wide open, but in surprise rather than horror. Did someone you know do this to you? We can pray for the victim and gain piety. Make sure everyone's accounted for at all times. This is going to make people very unhappy with me. Double the guards. Extra guards will surely deter the murderer, or at least hinder them. We'd lose money. Or we could spend prestige and look for information and clues. I think we'll just spend money and double the guards, at least make it harder for them to murder somebody. Knowing my luck, it's probably like my wife or my son. Always seems to be who you least expect. Strategical impasse. I am sitting around the mat table with Duke Manasses and Duke Arthuil. Arthuil? I'm not sure. Discussing our strategy for the ongoing war. Manassas eagerly points out all of the prime targets we should immediately send raiding parties to pillage, while the other Duke explains how we need to watch what our foes do and respond accordingly. It is my right to decide our ultimate course of action. I know how we can employ both strategies. We can do both of them, I say. So yeah, we'll go with that. Mostly because of our martial lifestyle. My daughter-in-law, Caitlin, has given birth to a daughter who's going to be Philippa. May you grow strong and wise. Good times, dynasty. How many people do we have in our dynasty? We have 205 living members of our dynasty. That is quite impressive. Back up to about where we were earlier in terms of splendor, so we can get another dynasty legacy. We've been burdened with your oppressive laws for too long. No. Peasants do not get, like, tax liens. Not happening. You guys are up here. Let's see about moving our rally point up here. We should have some troops in reserve, more than enough to deal with this, I believe. Yeah, that should be plenty. We'll smack these peasants around a little. This war is also almost over without our intervention. There we go. Once we deal with the peasants, we can disband our armies. Even with our armies completely raised, we're making almost 20 gold a month, which is lovely. Another commander, 12 prowess, sure. Not great, but not horrible. We have experienced guests that I'm not worried about. You, sir, revolted and are going to get executed, so that I can have dread. I will lose some piety for it, but it will make my vassals think twice before revolting. Speaking of revolting, what does this faction look like? They still don't have the power they need. So we can go on a pilgrimage or call a hunt. I think we'll call the hunt first. Maybe we'll finally catch the white hart we've been after for most of our lives at this point, I think. And then we can deal with the Duchy of Upper Burgundy. Look at that loathsome churl Lawrence, Marisinek hisses from atop her hunting steed. My cousin, Duke Lawrence, seems to have a hard time bearing the insults. Well, you're a duke. She's a mare. You're acting like a child and be punished like one. She's gonna taste the belt, which is gonna give her a health penalty and prestige, and she's gonna not like me. Well, that's fine. You're insulting somebody, part of my family, who also happens to be a duke. I'm pretty sure that's a bad idea. Bow in hand, quiet steps, eyes on the heart in front of me, a deep breath, and is that Marisinek? My perverse cousin is creeping through the farmlands ahead of me, fully concentrated on the flighty heart and oblivious to my presence. What a shame that I did not see her. I gain stress because I'm humble. I gain stress because I'm wrathful. I will gain piety. Kinda would like to kill her. She's been kind of annoying. I don't know. We are wrathful and ambitious. Yeah, it's too bad I didn't see you there. Oops. Oh, no. Did you die? Doesn't look like it. As she stumbles out of the farmlands, clutching her bleeding arm, I look up from my goblet and produce a very realistic gasp. Who never learned that this is the... Who never learned that it is the animal we aim for, she shouts as she draws near? In that case, it was a perfect hit, was it not? Ooh, that's going to make her very unhappy. A lot of people will, you know, be unhappy by that. I could pin it on somebody else who already doesn't like me. Or we could just spend some piety and dread. Oh no, she'll lose dread and piety. Yeah, This is your own fault. Shouldn't have, like, walked in front of my arrow. Pretty sure you deserved it. Alright, on that, like, very depressing and kind of unpleasant note, I think we'll end the episode here. Thanks for hanging out with me, and I will see you next time. Bye!